guys, what's up everyone? Welcome to Young Titan World. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today on Roadside Reviews, this is officially one of the first times that we've even said the name Roadside Reviews. That's really weird. I don't think I'll ever do it again. Today we're going to be talking about one particular TV show. One show that I didn't think I would watch because it's not sci-fi, it's not about anime, and it's definitely not that great with drama. It's action, mainly action. You know, where bodybuilders shine in their ability to show the importance of what it means to join the army and to not mess with the special investigators. You heard it, you know it. We're gonna be talking about Jack Reacher, or should I say Reacher, because that's the name of the show, and Tom Cruise did not want to have anything to do with it. I wonder why. Or maybe they didn't reach out to him, but they keep on making references to something that may be a book. I don't really know. I personally have never watched the original movie that was played by Tom Cruise. So watching this entire thing is incredibly new to me, and it's not like I'm expecting some references or linkages. I'm basically just stepping into this as a new man who has no freaking idea who Jack Reacher is and what the hell he's doing in this show. So, from what I gather, he's part of the army. He dropped by a town, just to check out a song that he heard, which was recommended by his brother. So he pops into the town. First thing that happens, he gets arrested and blamed for a murder. Now, as time goes on, he realizes that there's, a bigger conspiracy going on, something that is incredibly important to point out and dangerous to the livelihoods of pretty much everyone who's involved in it. It's a really interesting story because the show itself brings to light so many things that could be happening in real life. The fact that probably an entire town is being coaxed or manipulated by a rich tyrant who wants to get richer by making money, which is illegal, but everyone in the town is too sweet and too much of a goody two-shoes. I mean, not even too much of the opposite of a goody two-shoe, that they choose to, stay silent and not hop in. I'm sorry. It's just that the entire show, I was just forced to accept how amazing Reacher is at pointing out not only the obvious, but the unobvious, the things that don't make sense, the stuff that I don't really think, if it's tied into psychology, props. But it seems to me like we'd have a soothsayer or, a mind reader who is absolutely capable of pointing out the direction of people's intentions just by seeing the way they hold their cup of coffee. So it's a little bit much for me. At first, I used to admire that because it always seemed so cool. Now, I'm just like, what is the basis though? Like, how did me holding a cup of coffee get to tell you my life story? The fact that I have a slight tremor in my arm, it's great, but isn't it like anyone's guess? But I think I like the fact that he made assumptions sometimes, which he was pretty confident in, but it wasn't necessarily true. So maybe there is a little bit of, it's a 90% or an 80% sort of accuracy going on. So it's not all the time that he gets it right, which is good, which is great. But we get through the entire show, and it's really amazing. People's lives are at stake. They chop people's balls off, and it ends up in their stomach. It's very grotesque. We never really expect who the big bad is, and it turns out to be the wimpy kid that strolls out of his really big ass car to have a chat with Reacher, and I basically could not even peg him as the super villain of the show because, he was just a little bit too everywhere. Like, I would want to take him as the super bad guy, but the dad was even better at that than anyone else in that show. Because at least with him, he was like reserved. The kid was a menace, psychopath. It would seem like a really cool thing to let him be the big bad, but honestly, I don't think so. I feel like the psychopath thing is always going to be for the minions or for the lower reps, and the more calm and collected. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're trying to change the status quo, change things up, make things look more interesting. But if you ask me, Reacher is definitely a show you want to watch if you want to join the army, because it makes you feel like the army are a bunch of superheroes that are capable of doing insanely awesome stunts and get to do some incredible shit. So maybe this would be the sign that you should join the army if you haven't already joined the army, lost a couple of legs, and understood the true meaning of dying for your country, because you saw so many people do it around you. But anyways, the show is pretty good. We're in season 2, getting to the point where he's also going to bust out another conspiracy that seems to be happening with his own people. A couple of the actors that are in season 2 are people who I constantly see in different TV series. For example, it seems like the big bad in this one is actually the guy who was in Scorpion. If you've ever watched that show, it's this group of, geniuses that come together to solve mysteries that the CIA and the FBI cannot wrap their minds around it, because super geniuses are a thing that exists within the realms and they cannot be stopped. So obviously, when you have something like that, it's pretty much easier for people to take into stride. But hey, man, it's still up to them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please let me know down in the comments which shows you want us to talk about, because obviously my opinion about a lot of them vary from time to time, from place to place. So it's not necessarily accurate, or it doesn't really stick the landing, Thank you for watching. Bye.